In this video, we're going to be showing you how to play Ice Age 2, the old PC game. Now, this PC game, I believe, was last, compatible with Windows 7. It does have the secure ROM DRM check, so it will not work with new systems. So if you have anything newer than that, it will not work for you. What I'm going to do is show you how to use a patch they made for this to get this to work on Windows 10 computers. I did not try it on Windows 8 or 11, but I do know it works on Windows 10. So if you have, one of the other ones, you can just follow the video along and see if it'll work for you. So let's go ahead and open up our browser. We're going to travel to this page right here. This will be linked in the description. Just go ahead and download this file right here. Before you download, if you don't want to watch the video, just go ahead and click on here and look at the instructions. And then it'll tell you, how to get that working properly. But if not, just go ahead and continue to watch the video and I'll show you how to set that up. So I already have that on my hard drive. So let me go ahead and travel to that. So as always try and make sure, you got your usual two folders, one on the right side where you're going to install the game, and another one on the left where you have the, file you downloaded. So just go ahead, and I'm going to show you here real quick. If you try to launch this, you're going to get, that it doesn't have the CD, and that'll help, regardless whether you have that or not, it's going to give you that error, whether it's mounted or physical CD, and that's because of the DRM check, which is, that old secure ROM does not work with Windows 10. So this is how you get the game to work. So go ahead and right click on that, and we're going to extract that to its own folder. We're going to take the files from one of these folders here. So the folder that you're going to use is the one that corresponds to the resolution that you want to use. So in my case, I'm doing 1920 by 1080. So I'm going to pick the files from in there, copy those, and paste that inside the folder that contains the game. So super easy, just, paste, and you're going to have files that look like this. Once you have that done, we still need to do a couple of steps before they get this to work correctly. So what you want to do is right click on this one here. You are going to go to properties, and you're going to go to compatibility, and you're going to make sure that run this program as administrator is on, and you're going to click apply. And then for this one, we're going to do the exact same thing, or actually there's one step I forgot up here. So you also need to make sure you go to change high DPI settings, click on that spot right there and leave it at application, click OK. And then once you've done both of those steps, go ahead and click apply. And now we're going to go over to the second one here, which is the game executable. We're going to do the exact same thing to that one. So make sure run the program as administrator is on, change high DPI settings, click on that and make sure that that option is checked on both of those. Once that is checked, the game should work for you with no issue. So let's go ahead and launch this to make sure it is working. And the good thing about this patch, obviously it has a correction for the, for the ability to play first of all. Then you got the widescreen advantage, and then it also adds support for the modern controllers. So you should not have any issue playing this with a controller if you have one. So let's go ahead and launch this. When you launch it, do not click on this one. The one we're going to double click on is this one right here. So you want to do the Ice Age 2 custom FPS. Execute. Go ahead and double click on that, and the game, as you can see, is starting without an issue. And you should see, the intro movies and all that stuff come up. You can just hit escape to bypass those, but this should work with no issue. So once you get in here, what you want to do is press enter, and you're going to go to the options. And what you're going to do is, to get it to display the widescreen option that you chose, go ahead inside display options, and you're going to go ahead and click widescreen on. Then you're going to navigate to here, and what you're going to do is simply pick 1024 by 768. So you're going to go to your right arrow one time or two times, and then make it go to 1024 by 768. And as you can see, it did choose the resolution that you picked on the patch. And then, over here you have certain options. You can pick full screen, effects, shadows, particle detail, and so forth. I went ahead and felt a little bit uncomfortable with the settings that were applied for the joystick. So you're gonna, just jump in there and change those to whatever you want also. But I'm gonna go ahead and switch it over to the gamepad and just jump around here a little bit to show you that the game does work flawlessly. And we'll go ahead and try to bypass the intros here. So you should just be able to hit escape. And as you can see, the game is loading. And we'll go ahead and use the joystick, and as you can see, it's working fine. Now, I think you were able, or you should be able to run the game the other way around, but what I'm going to do is show you the differences. So as you can see, this is moving really smooth. So you're getting the 60 frames per second. And then I'm going to show you here what it'll run like with the other one. It will launch with this one, but I believe it's capped at 30. So it's not going to look as smooth as the, the 60 frames per second with the fix. So this is the game playing with the original executable. And it's still going to work. It's just not going to move as smooth because it is running at the default that was meant for the game when it first came out, which was 30 frames per second. So I'll go ahead to this spot right here. So as you can see, that's where you start to notice the difference versus, running it with the other executable file. So it still does run, but it doesn't run at 60 frames per second. This is 30. As you can see, it does not look as smooth as when you run it with the actual patched file. So that is it for this one. That's how you get the game to work properly in widescreen for you. If you guys make use of the video, please go ahead and, hit a like on there for me. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. And with that said, we will catch you guys on the next video. Any questions or comments, as always, post them in the comment section, and we'll catch you guys later. Have a great day.